Hey Settlers, I'm your host Ben, and here is a hidden story that I feel needs telling. Please remember to like and subscribe for more stories that might get lost in time. The true story of the Tetbury Woodland music. No one knows when the legend began, but everyone in Tetbury has heard it. If you follow the music, it will lead you to the clearing. And if you find the clearing, you must leave an offering. The story goes that the music began when something tragic, though what exactly no one agrees on, a musician lost in the war, a fiddler betrayed by a jealous lover, a spirit bound to the forest, playing for the lost. Take your pick. But what they do agree on is this. The tune never plays for long. It always draws you forward, and you'll never see who plays it. Last year, a woman named Laura Finch moved to Tetbury after a divorce. She was quiet, loved walking, and didn't know a thing about local folklore. On a Saturday in early October, she wandered into the old wood with a flask of tea and a second-hand OS map. She had just crossed a rotted footbridge when she heard it. Music. Delicate, lonely, weaving behind the trees like mist. She stood frozen. It was too distinct to be imagination, and yet there was no one. She walked toward it, and each time she stopped, the music stopped too. When she told a few locals at the pub, they exchanged glances. "You've heard it then," one said. A small group began to form, mostly hikers, oddballs, a local history teacher. Every Sunday evening, they'd head into the old wood, trying to catch the tune. Over the weeks, they learned its habits. It never played on rainy days, never before dusk, and always led to the same place. They called it the clearing, but that makes it sound ordinary. It was anything but ordinary. It was perfectly circular, soft underfoot with moss. The trees leaned inward like it was eavesdropping. In the center, a patch of earth that never grew grass. And scattered all around it were things, offerings. Not flowers in vases or carved stones or anything obvious, just everyday things. A single button, a matchbox, a pressed leaf folded into an envelope, old coins. No names, no signs, just items left behind. Soon the group made it part of their ritual. If you reached the clearing, you left something, anything. One woman placed a railway ticket from 1964. Another left a photograph of her childhood dog. And every time they did, the music would return. Soft, grateful, like a thank you. The forest itself seemed warm. One night, the music even danced into a jig, light-hearted, full of joy. That night, Emma, a nurse from Cirencester, stayed behind. She told the group later on that she'd seen him. A man in a long coat, barely more than a silhouette, holding a fiddle that shimmered faintly in the moonlight. She didn't speak, neither did he, but he bowed and then was gone. Then came Mark. Mark wasn't from Tetbury. He retired there after a long career as a head teacher and considered most local customs muck. He joined the walks mostly to humour his wife. But when they reached the clearing and people started placing their objects like it was some pagan picnic, he crossed his arms and scoffed. "You lot are being taken in by the mood lighting and the acoustics," he said. When the music started, soft, hopeful, he rolled his eyes and walked into the trees. "I'll prove there's no one there," he shouted. That was the last they ever saw of him. They searched for hours, called out, phones died, torches flickered. Mark was gone. They reported it to the police. A search party was assembled, drones, dogs, maps, volunteers. But there were no tracks, no footprints, not even his scent. Only the clearing. Empty now, no offerings, no music. The tune stopped that night, and it hasn't returned. That winter, a hush seemed to settle over Tetbury. The old wood grew darker, more tangled. No one walked that path anymore. Even Emma, who once smiled every time she heard the string music, moved away. Laura still lives in the village. She leaves a button on her doorstep every Sunday. She doesn't say why. There are theories, of course, that the Riddler was some kind of guardian, that the offerings kept him tethered, that Mark, by refusing, broke some silent pact. But in a village like Tetbury, explanations are rarely spoken about. People just remember. And every so often, when the moon is full, someone will say they heard, almost heard, a single ghostly note. Just one, floating out from the trees. And they stop and listen and wait. But the silence holds, because sometimes a mystery isn't about finding answers. It's about keeping something alive by not asking too many questions. If you do find yourself in the old wood and you hear a fiddle, don't run, don't call out, just listen. And if you reach the clearing, leave something behind. Always leave something behind. Thank you for staying with me. If you got this far, then you clearly like these lost stories. Thusly, I would recommend this story on screen right now. And as always, please leave us a like and subscribe to the channel too.